Okay, grab a marker or a pen. If you're not sure, so as you go along, you have to give a mark, okay? If you're not sure, you either tell me at the very top, like please check, 1B or something. I gave myself 2 out of 2 there. I'm not so sure, or 1.5. That way I for sure go and check it out, okay? But I can't answer all the questions individually right after. It will take a bit too long. I want to get started with fuel economy. So here we go. Rihanna decided to lease a Honda Civic sedan. Details are given in the ad below. Calculate the cost of the lease after tax, and we're assuming we don't care about mileage here, okay? So total lease, we check. There is a down payment. I need to have that here. I need to have the lease payment. I'm going to add taxes to that, and 24 months. Okay, could have said years. We're good to go, and that's it. That's all I would want you to do here. When you multiply that out, sorry, I'm on the wrong one. 1 second. If I make a mistake, let me know. Okay, 430. It's 11,558.4. I add the 1900 to it. If there are brackets, I would discourage you from typing it all in one shot. Just do brackets first and then move out. Okay, move out that way. That's the safest way to do it. So if you have that, you get 2 marks. So I think I would give you 1 mark if I see this line, if I see that you know what you're doing, and then 1 more mark for actually computing it and getting the right final answer. Okay? If you only put 0.4, that'd be a rounding error. If you forgot your dollar sign, that'd be a unit error. But we're only going to take off half max per question. Okay. So if you didn't round and you didn't do units, that's technically a full mark. Today we're going to take it easy. We're just going to go half maximum, right? Deduction. But still tell yourself that that's what went wrong. Rihanna drove 61,487 kilometers at the end of the lease. Calculate the mileage charge after tax. So I'm going to go kilometers over. Let me see here. I'm going to take what I've driven. And what's the limit or the allowance? Just a flat 50,000. Okay, so just subtract that and you get 11,487 kilometers. I give you a mark for that already. And then cost would be 11,487 times 0.10 according to the 16. My bad. Almost gave you a scare there. So 11,487 times 0.16 times 1.12. That is 2,058.47. Okay. So if you have that, for sure you get 2 out of 2. I don't really care how you did it. If you get that, it means that you know what you're doing. Usually, well, the province would say if it says calculate, we expect you to use some sort of equation or formula, right? If it just says state, then they're actually okay with you just giving the final answer. Rihanna chooses to purchase the leased car at the end of the lease. Calculate the cost of purchase after tax. What do we know this as? That's the buyout. Okay, cost of purchase after tax. So let's see. Residual value is 65% of MSRP. So let's do that. MSRP is 31,726, and we multiply that by 0.65. So my residual value is that. You get a mark for that part. And then the cost after tax or buyout. We just add taxes to this, right? So there it is, 2396.53 is the final answer. Another mark for that, if you got that far. If you made a mistake here, right, I don't know, you went times 65, so it's going to be a really big number. You lose this mark, but if I see you adding taxes to that number, you do get the mark for adding taxes. So you are the teacher, remember. Today we're just going to trust what you put down. Determine the total cost of the lease, mileage, right, and the purchase. So total, all I would ask you to do is add A, B, and C together. A plus B plus C. And technically I would, whatever you got, if you added up the three answers, you get the mark here. Yikes, sorry. Bled in there. And so I'm gonna have to retype this. $23.96.53. Is that what we get? I guess it depends on what you got in ABC, right? But that's what I get. So here it is, 38,613.40. Just a one marker. Okay. Okay, so Dominic tells Rihanna that she should have financed the car instead of leasing it. Calculate the total cost to finance the vehicle. So you have to look at the finance payment is $615 per month over 5 years. So really, right, total would be the $615 times 12 or times 5 times 12, it doesn't matter. That's 36,900. One mark for that. Why no taxes? The question doesn't say. And by the way, this payment will already have taken care of the taxes. Remember, because when you figure out before you get the loan, you have to figure out what taxes you're paying on that car, and then they finance it, right, based on that. So already taxed. So don't be adding taxes. I would go -1 today if you added taxes. Sorry. Which option is cheaper, leasing or financing? Here I would actually base it on your answers. I'm looking for consistency. So if you did the math and for you leasing and, right, like leasing and buying is cheaper, then that's what I would expect you to write down here. But I would say financing it is cheaper. Buy, you just do a little bit of math on the side here. Okay, 38,613.4 minus 36,900. 1,713.40. That is for me, right? This is an aside here. So that's what it is for me. So it would depend on what are your two answers in E and D. And then I would just need to see the difference. State and explain one advantage and one disadvantage of leasing as opposed to financing. So advantage of leasing is the payment is usually lower. Okay? You only pay for a portion of the value. Okay? That would be if you want to really have it clear why the payment is lower, you're only paying for a portion of the value. Disadvantage, what would it be? My favorite, mileage restrictions. You are limited as to the kilometers you can drive. So one mark for each. One mark for advantage of leasing and one mark as a disadvantage. Advantage would be you're always driving a new car. It's generally safer because you always drive a new car. Lower maintenance because you always drive a new car. It has warranty. That's all advantages. Some more disadvantages: you cannot customize it. You cannot see it as an asset. I'm forgetting now. You can't customize restriction. I'm sure I gave you more. I'm drawing blanks right now. But you know what you're supposed to have in there. So what are our marks? What is it out of? So 1 and 1, correct? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it stays out of 11. So just make sure you have a mark there and your name and last name, please. Date would be ideal as well. Today's the 19th.